I am super excited to announce that we are finally starting on our kitchen renovation project, and I have waited 5 years for this. Very, very excited. I'm going to tell you today how we are going to lay this out. At least it could change, but this is what Grant and I have come up with so far after so many different ideas and changes on our ideas. It could change again. I'm just putting that out there. But this is the plan of what we're gonna do at this point. And if you want to follow along with this journey, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Glueru, and you can follow along. We're going to be doing vlog type style videos showing the updates and our whole journey on updating our home, and especially this kitchen project because it's going to take a really long time. We've done the first section, which you can go to that video. I'll have it linked down below. We took a door out and a window out and we put in a large sliding door. That was step one. So let me jump into how we plan to lay this kitchen out. In a video, it's always hard to tell how something looks, but essentially through this opening here, if you turn right, that's our front door. So our idea is that we are going to enlarge this opening. Fridge won't be here anymore. We're going to enlarge that quite a lot and move the wall down a tiny bit. So this wall right here, we'll probably add another 6 inches to a foot. And then the opening will be there. So you'll come in the front door and make like an immediate left and come into the kitchen. We've decided to do built-in pantry wall. So it will be all cupboards. And in the middle of the pantry wall will be the fridge. And we've decided that we're going to try, this is the plan, to recess the fridge a little bit so it will be flush with the cupboards as much as possible. And so we will have to do a little bit of construction in our garage, which is on the other side of this wall right here, but that needed to be fixed anyway because we need it to be a true firewall, and there's a few holes and things that need to be patched up from the previous owners that did some stuff. I don't know how they did it, but they left a bunch of holes in the wall. So that's something that needs to be addressed anyway. So this will be a full pantry, which is awesome because we don't even really have a pantry now. Fridge in the middle. Like I said, we took out a door that opened up into the kitchen and a window that was hard up into this corner. The reason for that was it was really inconvenient to have a door opening into the kitchen and essentially blocking everything that was behind here. You know, it just was not convenient. And this lets a ton more light in, which is really nice because it is kind of dark in our house. And the more light we can get in here, the better, in my opinion. This kitchen is essentially a really long rectangle. So we want to use the space in the best possible way. And one thing that I've always wanted is a place to sit in this kitchen, not to necessarily eat, but just when I want to sit down and look through a recipe book, or let's say my mom is here or Grant's here and we just want to have a quick conversation in here, or when I'm cooking and someone's in here, they can sit and we can talk, and it would just be kind of a second little hangout area. So what I want to do is right here, we're going to have a peninsula that will stick out to about here. And we won't have, this will be a little different over here. So the peninsula will stick out here so we can fit at least 1 or 2 stools on this side of it. And then on this side would be another great place to be able to make bread or cook something. And because I share a lot of recipes and things that I like to do in the kitchen on my blog and on my other channel, that would be a great place to be able to set the camera up and essentially show what I'm doing, which I would be so excited about because right now it's just a little bit hard to do that. Also, I think it will help a lot because if you're standing right here it's nice to be able to have a big area to be able to work on, where right now this used to be where the fridge went, and we just added this countertop, and because it's separate from the tile, it's not really a great usable area right now. You can't just wipe it. It's got this thing here. So I'm really excited about that. Peninsula here, the sink will stay where it's at now. We will replace this window because it's broken. When you go to open it, you have to be really careful because the window is about to fall out. So that is a problem that has to be addressed. Also, every window in this house really needs to be updated because they're either not insulated properly or they are kind of on the verge of breaking. So when you open them, the plastic's, coming away. So that's something that has to be done. Now on this side, I'm excited because the stove oven will move down a little bit, just to the right a little bit. This will be gone, so we will have countertop here to the right and the left of the stove, and the countertop will go all the way to the end here. So we will have still the stove oven here, the microwave above it, and we will have upper cabinets, but we will have counter, and below we will have drawers and cupboards that whole way. So this will give us so much more counter space, which is the one thing that has always been lacking in this kitchen, which is why behind the camera here I had bought those IKEA kind of counter and lower cupboards because we were just in desperate need of counter space. But because those are so far from the sink and the oven, they're really not that usable besides just maybe making a sandwich or something like that, that you don't need the sink. So this is going to add so much more counter space, which I'm really excited about. Moving down here, we are going to pull this wall out up to this point right here. So we'll still have the uppers here. So this wall will exist behind, this upper and counter, but it'll be all open here. All around here, it will be open. And this counter here, next to the sink, will continue down into this room. I just walked out of the kitchen through that door. So that wall is what will be open now. We will be replacing this window for two reasons. Like I said, the window is just falling apart, but also we're gonna raise this window up because this is where the counter will go. The counter will stop at the end of this window, and then we'll just have a built-in over here going from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. So the counter essentially will stop right here and just go along there. That is the plan. And if you have followed me on my other channel, you will see that we moved the dining room table kind of into this nook area. It's worked perfectly because this table does extend and there's plenty of room to extend it out when we have company, but it's kind of tucked away. And eventually this wall that you see right here, we intend to bring out a little bit so there's more of a separation between our living room, which is currently behind the camera, and the dining room. It's all gonna take a really long time because my husband Grant is going to be doing most of this stuff himself. We're just gonna be doing everything in stages. First stage was switching out that door. Second stage, we'll be working on the refrigerator wall area. If you wanna follow along on this journey, we would love to have you. Just hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified of videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.